Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is my final video here for the night. I'm here to talk about the Pac-12 championship game that just ended about, say, like 40 minutes ago. I want to say this from my final video. I've recapped all the college basketball, NFL news. Set up one more video with NBA recap for Nuggets Suns, but I'll probably be this is my second to last video of the night. But let's talk about this game here. Washington beats Oregon 34-31 reaction in the Pac-12 championship to win the Pac-12 championship and clinch a spot in the college football playoffs. Washington ends the season, ends the regular season 12-0. They win their conference championship to finish 13-0. They've clinched a spot in the playoffs. And I thought this was a good quarterback matchup. Bo Nix and Michael Penix, a really high-scoring game. And this was pretty much a game of, really a game of runs, it felt like. Washington dominated that first quarter, but the Oregon offense, Bo Nix wasn't really able to get going. They weren't doing much. Washington got a field goal in their first possession, then they got a touchdown after a punt that was returned to the 50. And then Oregon finally got going, was able to get a field goal. Washington was able to get to 17-3, and then they got a field goal to 20-3, but that was a big touchdown for Oregon before the halftime to get some momentum because they got the ball after halftime to get it to 20-10 at halftime, and they had the lead after the third quarter, 24-20. They got 2 touchdowns in that quarter. There was a risky fourth down they went for, and I thought they should kick the field goal, but that gave them some momentum. And they were up 24-20 after third quarter, but Washington had 2 fourth quarter touchdowns led by Michael Penix Jr., who was great in that fourth quarter. Besides that interception he threw, I thought he was great, and the sack he took on fourth down, which was kind of a bad. He had 2 bad plays, I thought, but other than that, I thought Michael Penix Jr. was pretty good. He was 27-39, 319 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. So good game for Michael Penix Jr. And he could clinch the Heisman. I'm not going to say he will, but he could have. But I think Jane Daniels has been the better player. There are many talented throwers of the football and college football guys that make plays and have elite arm talent. But Michael Penix Jr., he passed the ball with great leverage, touch, and ball placement. And he made some terrific money throws against Oregon. What a performance for the Huskies tonight. I know he has elite receivers, but I mean every team can have elite receivers. He'll probably be second in the Heisman. But his story's kind of incredible. Michael Penix Jr. Remember, 2018 tore his ACL. 2019 he had a sternoclavicular injury or whatever. Tore his ACL again, an AC joint injury in 2021. He considered retiring from football because of all the injuries he had. Instead, he transferred to Washington in 2022. He led them to an 11-2 record, and now they're 13-0 and now headed to the college football playoffs. So y'all feel happy for Michael Penix Jr. All the injuries he went through, considered retired, but he continued to play. Had an 11-2 record the season before this, and now 13-0, Pac-12 champions going to the playoffs. Dylan Johnson, though, he's a freaking beast, man. He's been great this year. What a freaking beast. He was 2 for 2, 5 yards, 1 touchdown. Probably, I think it was on a trick play. But he was great. 28 runs, 152 yards, 5.4 carry, 2 touchdowns. The 2 best players on the offense for Washington tonight were Dylan Johnson, and I feel like Michael Penix Jr. He made clutch throws when it mattered the most. Jalen McMillan, 9 catches, 111 yards. I feel like they don't win without him. He's battled through injuries and adversity all year, and he showed out tonight in a big way. Season high 9 catches, 131 yards. He's a big factor tonight and looked healthy again. And I feel like they're the team of destiny. I don't know. Like, they have a top 5 running back and a Heisman candidate quarterback, 3 good receivers, Dunsey, Jalen Polk, and Jalen McMillan, all early draft picks. They have elite receivers. O'Dunsey was great tonight as well. 8 catches, 102 yards. Polk, 5 catches, 57 yards. Made some big catches in this game as well. Their offense is so freaking good. Their second half started the second half didn't look good. They didn't look like the same team they were in the first half, but Michael Penix Jr. came up clutch. Bo Nix, 21 of 34, 239 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Also had 6 runs, 69 yards, was their leading rusher. Jordan James, 5 runs, 35 yards, and a touchdown. And Jordan James on one of the drives wasn't even on the field. Him having 5 carries is absolute travesty. Like, Stein has been great all year, but I don't think he called a good game today. You know, with Jordan James not in there. And a lot of respect for this Washington team. Absolute clinic on offense. This might be the most well-coached offense in the country. They earned that perfect season and playoff bid. But they should have used Jordan James more. Should have Oregon, because Bucky Irving wasn't really doing much tonight. 9 runs, 20 yards. He wasn't able to get much going on the ground. Taze Johnson, 5 catches, 68 yards. Trayshawn Holden, 1 catch, 63 yards, and touchdown. Had that 63-yarder. They cut to 34-31, but Oregon couldn't get the stop to get the ball back. Terrence Ferguson, the tight end, 4 catches, 17 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Oregon defense just freaking collapsed there in the 4th quarter. I thought they played great in the 3rd quarter, forced a turnover, an interception, got a stop on 4th down, but the defense collapsed in the 4th quarter. Washington scoring 2 touchdowns there. Dylan Johnson and Michael Penix clinching the game. That's just, Oregon didn't have much of the running game down with Bucky Irving like they had all season, and they didn't use Jordan James enough. But Bo Nix played pretty good, 3 touchdowns, but they just weren't efficient enough on 3rd down. 3 of 10 compared to Washington's 10 of 15. They were able to extend so many 3rd downs. That's what it came down to. It made great plays. A great play by Dylan Johnson at the end to pretty much clinch the game. And just critical moments is one of the main differences between Oregon and Washington. And that moment in this game when they attempted a QB draw on 3rd and 9, like a QB draw on 3rd and 9 wasn't going to work. Just a slow start, poor execution. Seems they had the same game plan as the game they lost. Rather strange. When it comes down to the line of scrimmage, they owned it today. After watching it last month, I didn't think it was possible, but it happened. They just came out flat. Spotlight got too bright, and the more experienced staff came out on top. You gotta have your team ready to play 4 quarters of football. So it's really up to save this game. So yeah, until next time, Michael. Peace.